Dude, come on, eat it. I'm trying to get you to eat all the worst, best Halloween candy. Seriously? Fine. Hey everybody, welcome back to the 3 spooky days of spooky games. I'm still stuck with this guy. He won't eat any of the Laffy Taffy, he just wants to read the horrible jokes off of it, so that's been fun. Today though, I thought we could throw away our little baby toys to the Switch and become a part of the superior race, PC gamers. This is going to make it a little hard to see though. Now, as most of you know, I recently started doing short, cheap reviews, and with the month of October, I've been looking at Halloween-themed games. But there's a few games I found that were either above the $5 price point, or just didn't really fit the style of short, cheap reviews that I really wanted to look at, so let's dive in. Hogogeist is an interesting little puzzle game. The game is about a company that vanished into the ground 5 years ago, and now has mysteriously come back. So you're sent to retrieve information from the building by an old employee. The building is full of the ghosts of people who died back when the building sunk. They stop the elevator you're on, so you have to go from floor to floor getting rid of them, so that way you can continue down. You do this with a gun you get. It can track the ghosts as well as stun them, but this just agitates them, so you have to lead them back to the elevator to finish the job. The gun lets out a clicking noise letting you know how close the ghosts are, and this can help build a lot of tension in the game. As you continue on, you find out more about the company and how they were drilling for something, as well as meeting a ghost who still has a little bit of her memory left. She tells you about how there's something bad on the lower levels, but she doesn't know what, and also helps you out from time to time. I sadly didn't have time to beat this game, but what I did play of it was a lot of fun. There's some great jokes on the posters that are hung up, as well as some deep lore that seems to be hidden around. The game was a bit easy from what I experienced, but that could change as the game goes on. Also, the way the elevator doors close when you kill a ghost is hilarious to me. It's just all this chaos, and then the doors just quietly close. Consume Thy Flesh was a game I had really high hopes for, but sadly it wasn't that great. You're a jack-o'-lantern who has to build up speed to smash yourself on a target, but the controls are just awful. I tried using a mouse and keyboard as well as a controller, and neither felt right. You can jump and boost, but you have to pick up the ability to use them again, and sometimes it feels like they're just leading you astray. On the positive side, you can take out the kids, so at least I got some value out of this game. Now if you want a game with no value at all, Halloween World. What, this title screen isn't good enough for you? And yes, the characters are just a stock image of a witch or some clip art. You think that's bad? Let's look at the game. You fly across the world seeing all the amazing sights like England with Big Ben, St. Paul's Cathedral, and their one tree and fighter jet. You go to Brazil and see Christ the Redeemer, their poorly photoshopped forest, and one air balloon. Then you go see the United States with the Hollywood sign, Brazil's air balloon, and the White House with the top chopped off. Then it's off to Italy to go see the Leaning Tower, more fighter jets, and the Colosseum. And that's it. That's the world. This game is such a train wreck, and I still don't know if I love it or hate it. Everything is just so poorly photoshopped, it looks like they just googled witch on a broom and took the first option they got for the characters. You know what? Boom, found one of them already. As well as a witch riding the broom backwards? Or do they just not know what way it goes? Wait, I also found the image for Haunted Poppy's Nightmare. But I digress. The game is so short, I think I honestly talked about the game longer than the game actually is. I'm glad the credits were made by Good Guy Games, but I wonder who made the rest of the game. Okay, let's move on from this game to one of the best games I have ever played. Cat Saves Halloween. You're a cat who's trying to save Halloween. How do you do that? Buckle up. You start out by having to find McGonagall, who tells you that skeletons are attacking and you have to fight them off. So you fight the hordes of skeletons by clawing at them and shooting fur balls. Then McGonagall sends you to clear out a graveyard where the skeletons are coming from. On my way though, I find Low Kitty, who gets me to cause some mischief by flushing toilets around town and getting shit into this person's house. He then sends you to shoot yourself out of some cannons around town, as well as steal wallets. I then get sent into the flip side to save these kids from re-deads. They aren't really doing much till one of them shows up with a chainsaw and starts chasing you down. So I kill him, send him off into the great unknown. Then I go find the kids, hop on their back, and drive them like I'm a rat and they're a failing French chef. I get them back all safe, go to the tomb, clear out all the enemies. I then fight this guy who's casting fireballs, and now I can do this? The game is crazy. There is so much more here than I was expecting. You get XP and can level up things like items or your armor or attack. There are multiple side quests to do, and you get abilities like being able to double jump by wearing sunglasses. Eventually you're sent to find Sherlock Holmes and you have to help him solve a case. And all the people and items are from Clue. The game is just jam-packed with jokes and references. I've sadly yet to beat this game as well, but I definitely will because it's just so much fun. I just got a bit distracted when I had to go to the country. You meet the coolest cat ever who tells you to drive a tractor, and you get to speed around listening to the radio. This definitely got me a bit off task, especially when I found out you can do this. We're out for some ruckus. And then it really went downhill.
Just ignore the sun flying by us. That doesn't even matter now. It doesn't even matter. Time and light is just a relative thing now. It's a human construct that doesn't even exist. It's all about the speed. The speed!
So yeah, I think it's safe to say I had a lot of fun with this game. It also has online co-op, and I have to imagine that would be a blast playing with a friend. But that wraps up all the games I had for today, and... Wait, did you eat all my candy? Even my gummy worms? That's it, I'm calling your dad.